No one ever asked Amani what she wanted. In that house, decisions were made for her, never with her. She existed like a shadow, present but unseen, useful only when there was work to do, and invisible when kindness was being shared. From a very young age, Amani learned an important rule: silence keeps you alive. She learned how to walk softly, how to lower her eyes, how to swallow pain without making a sound. And yet, inside her lived a strength no one noticed, a truth no one imagined, a destiny patiently waiting for its moment. This is the story of the girl they treated like nothing, and the day the truth finally spoke for her. Amani was born in a quiet African village surrounded by wide skies and ancient trees. Her mother, Nala, was known for her warmth. People trusted her easily. Children gathered around her when she spoke. Life was simple, but it was full of love. Every evening, Nala would light a small fire and tell stories of ancestors, stories of patience, stories that carried lessons without anger. "Remember this," her mother once said, brushing Amani's hair gently. "Life may bend you, but it must never break who you are." Amani remembered those words long after her mother's voice disappeared. The change began the year Kito entered their lives. At first, he was everything the village admired: polite, helpful, generous with words. People said Nala was lucky to have found him, but luck is often mistaken for appearance. After marriage, Kito slowly revealed his true self, not through sudden cruelty, but through control. At first, it was small things. Why does the girl speak so freely? She should learn her place. Then rules appeared. Rules about eating, rules about sitting, rules about silence. Nala noticed the change, but her health began to fail. She grew weaker each month. Medicine was needed, but Kito always delayed. Amani watched helplessly as her mother faded. One night, sensing the end, Nala called her close. She placed a small wooden pendant into Amani's hand. "Keep this hidden," she whispered. "It carries the truth of who you are. One day, you will understand." That night, Nala died. After the burial, the house became cold, not from weather, but from absence. Kito looked at Amani with eyes that held no grief. "Your mother is gone," he said flatly, "and with her, your value." From that moment on, Amani's childhood ended. She woke before sunrise, fetched water from far away, cooked meals she barely tasted. She slept on the floor while others slept comfortably. If something broke, she was blamed. If guests arrived, she was sent away. Villagers noticed, but said nothing. Some pitied her, others avoided involvement. Amani learned that suffering is quieter when carried alone. Years passed. Amani grew into a young woman shaped by labor and silence. Her hands were rough, her eyes were calm but tired. She never complained. Every night she touched the pendant beneath her clothes. It reminded her of her mother, of promises she didn't yet understand. Kito grew greedier with time. He sold land, claimed property that was never truly his, used Amani's labor while denying her even basic dignity. One evening, after a small argument, Kito shouted, "You will leave this house soon. I will send you away to work for others. You are nothing here." That night, Amani did not cry. For the first time, fear turned into clarity. She remembered her mother's words. She remembered the pendant, and she made a decision. Before dawn, Amani left the house quietly. She walked for hours toward the home of Baba Zuri, the oldest and most respected elder in the region. Her feet hurt, her heart raced, but something stronger than fear pushed her forward. When Baba Zuri listened to her story, he said nothing at first. Then she handed him the pendant. The moment he opened it, his expression changed. Inside was a folded document, old, but carefully preserved. Baba Zuri read slowly. His hands trembled. "My child," he finally said, his voice heavy. "Do you know who you are?" Amani shook her head. "You are the daughter of a powerful clan leader," he said. "Your inheritance was hidden to protect you from enemies. Only a few knew the truth." Amani's breath caught. Kito knew. Baba Zuri continued. That is why he married your mother. That is why he stayed. The truth settled heavily in the room. A village meeting was called. People gathered, curious and restless. Kito arrived confidently, unaware. Baba Zuri spoke carefully, clearly. Documents were read aloud, names were confirmed, witnesses stepped forward. The air changed, murmurs spread. Kito's confidence collapsed into panic. Everything he owned, the house, the land, the respect, had never belonged to him. It belonged to Amani. Kito fell to his knees. I raised her, he cried. Baba Zuri replied calmly, No, you used her. The elders decided swiftly. Kito was ordered to leave the village. With nothing. Amani stood quietly as he was led away. She felt no joy, no revenge, only peace. In time, Amani rebuilt her life. She restored her mother's home. She helped those who were ignored, just as she once was. People who once avoided her now greeted her with respect. But Amani never forgot where she came from. She knew something important. Truth does not rush, it waits. And when it finally rises, it speaks louder than cruelty ever could. Never judge a person by how they are treated today. Some truths are hidden not because they are weak, but because they are powerful enough to change everything.